A special thank you to each of our subscribers who make this channel possible. Here's today's story. In a significant move to address the ongoing asylum crisis in the UK, the government has announced plans to overhaul the asylum appeals system, aiming to reduce the number of migrants currently housed in hotels while awaiting decisions on their applications. Home Secretary Yvette Cooper emphasized the urgency of the situation, stating that the government is committed to taking practical steps to eliminate the unacceptable delays that have plagued the system. A new body, staffed by independent adjudicators, will be established to expedite the appeals process. This initiative comes in response to mounting public pressure and widespread protests across the UK, with demonstrators expressing their frustration over the government's reliance on hotels for accommodating asylum seekers. The Refugee Council has voiced its concerns, suggesting that the best way to reduce the number of appeals is to ensure that decisions are made correctly the first time. Currently, the asylum system is facing a backlog of 51,000 cases, with an average wait time of over a year for appeals to be heard. The government has pledged to end the use of hotels for housing asylum seekers within this parliamentary term, yet approximately 32,000 individuals remain in such accommodations, incurring costs to taxpayers. Cooper acknowledged that while initial decisions on asylum applications have been expedited, the subsequent appeals process has seen unacceptable delays. To address this, the newly proposed panel of independent adjudicators is expected to provide a more efficient alternative to the traditional court system. The government has promised to release further details on how it plans to speed up the appeals process in the coming months. The Conservative Party has labeled the current asylum system as chaotic, with calls from Reform UK for the mass deportation of individuals arriving through illegal or irregular routes. Imran Hussain from the Refugee Council highlighted that reducing the backlog of appeals hinges on minimizing errors in initial decision-making. He noted that nearly half of the appeals result in overturned decisions due to flaws in the original assessments. As the debate over asylum seekers intensifies, protests have erupted in various cities, including Bristol, Liverpool, and London. Demonstrators have gathered to voice their opposition to the government's handling of asylum accommodations, while anti-racism groups have organized counter-protests. The situation escalated in Epping, Essex, where a temporary injunction was granted by the High Court to prevent asylum seekers from being housed at the Bell Hotel, following a serious incident involving a resident asylum seeker. The government is currently seeking the right to appeal this ruling. The protests have highlighted a growing divide in public opinion regarding asylum seekers and their treatment. While some citizens express concerns over safety and resource allocation, others advocate for compassion and support for those seeking refuge. The police have been deployed in significant numbers to maintain order during these demonstrations, which have occasionally turned confrontational. In response to the protests, several councils are considering legal actions similar to Epping's, with conservative leaders urging their counterparts to take similar steps if advised by legal counsel. According to recent Home Office figures, over 131 local authorities in the UK currently house asylum seekers in contingency accommodations, primarily hotels, with a diverse political representation among these councils. As the government grapples with the challenges of the asylum system, the public's response continues to shape the narrative. The upcoming weeks will be crucial as the government works to implement changes and respond to the ongoing protests that reflect deep-seated concerns about immigration and asylum policies in the UK. That's all for this story. We upload videos every day covering many different subjects, so hit that subscribe button to stay informed. Thanks for watching.